Thank you, Anger, Speaker Sir, for letting me speak. This was not violence on the subject of students. This was not hatred of their exams. This was an expression of the education system, deep expression of your proposed bill, of the youth of this country. But before I start, of the future generation of this country, and I'd like to say that all political parties, very excited, must respect this expression, including reassured, including by my friends, what the future of this country in the BJP. In fact, I'm pretty certain on our streets, and I've seen examples of it. This was not, if my friends in the BJP were to go, this was not violence, and ask their own children, this was not hatred, what they felt, this was an expression what their brothers and sisters were doing. They would, the youth of this country, find agreement of the future generation of this country among their own children. There is nothing wrong. All political parties, with what has happened, and every must Indian respect this expression, should be proud. Now, including my friends in the BJP. I thought I'm going to be giving a speech about... In fact, I'm pretty certain, and I've seen examples of it, the next generation. If my friends in the BJP were to go, thinking, how do I start this speech? And ask their own children, what should be the starting point of this speech? About what and I thought their brothers and sisters were doing. A good starting point, Speaker Sir, they would find agreement. Would be a conversation I had among their own children. There is nothing wrong with what has happened, and every Indian should be proud. Young girls, now, which gave me a very giving a speech about interesting perspective. It was their perspective, but I think I agree with the perspective. And so I was thinking, how do I start this speech? Lay this framework first. What should be the starting point of this? The question I asked the girl, and I thought a good starting point was, Speaker Sir, you said to me that you're a student. A conversation I had. What does this mean? With some students, does it mean, young girls, that you study in a college? Does it mean that you study interesting in a school? Does it mean you read books? It was their perspective, but I think I agree with the perspective. I'd like to, she gave me the most beautiful answer on the table. The question I asked the student was, is someone who has an open mind? You said to me that you're a student. An open heart. What does this mean? Student is someone that you study in a college, who right from the beginning... Does it mean that you study in a school? Does it mean you read books? That they do not know everything. She gave me the most beautiful answer. That whatever he knows, she said a student will be superseded later by new knowledge. Student is someone understands, who right from the beginning, that the universe is constantly changing, that they do not know everything. Dynamic. Student accepts that whatever he knows, and so student understands that knowledge will be superseded later by new knowledge. Most important value of a student understands, she said to me, that the universe, I asked, is constantly changing. I said, yeah, very good definition. What's the most important value of a student? She said in one sentence, so student understands that knowledge is also constantly changing. She said the student most important value of a student, that they do not know the truth. The student respects, I asked her, the truth of all very good definition. What's the most important all other value of a student? She said in one second, humility. Like Gandhi said in his autobiography, she said the student knows that they do not know the truth. This is my truth, your truth might be different. The truth of all other living beings, all other human beings. Then I asked her the next question. Like Gandhi said in his autobiography, the search for my truth. Meaning, this is my truth, your truth might be different. Then I asked her the next question. I said, you defined the category very well. She says there is another group of this category of student. They are not students. Who are they? She says there is another group of people. Absolutely convinced. They are not students. Who are they? That they know everything. She says they are absolutely convinced. They believe that they know everything. That the universe is static. They believe, and that the universe is static. That knowledge emerges from inside them. And they believe that knowledge emerges from inside them. They believe that they are God. They believe that they are God. That everything that is to be known, that everything that is to be known is known to them, is known to them. They are arrogant. They are arrogant. They are arrogant. They don't listen. They don't respect other people's truth. So I said, what do you call these people? She said, I call them idiots. She said, I call them idiots. So